Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
And this is the ultimate podcast about the birds and the bees with a sex expert cougar mother.
That would be me and her stand-up comic, mime-like, clown-like son Cameron.
It's just getting longer and longer over here. We're feeling I'm feeling very zen right now.
I'm feeling like the endorphins are flowing.
We just got out of a yoga class. Did you notice I did not
Sit by me?
Sit by you?
Yeah, well, what the hell? I see it, people moving over and everything.
Yeah. Oh, you asked people to move over?
Yes.
And then I walked in late and I went in the corner?
Yeah, you were antisocial Cam, walked away from me.
Well, I needed to be in my own space.
I saw that. It was actually pretty good.
You know, I was also a little concerned that I was gassy, so I decided...
I was gassy too. I actually took two gas X.
I knew that you were gassy, so I got the fuck out of that area.
I took 2 gas X.
Before class?
Yes, because I thought, just in case.
You just pop gas X like it's your job?
2 of them.
What the hell?
Okay, just like to prevent. It's called preventative medicine.
Preventative medicine is gas X?
And it's for the whole class.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway, I felt much better after I took the 2 gas X. So this is a little plug for gas X, even though we don't get anything from gas X. Just FYI.
Except relief from gas.
Yeah.
Okay, this episode we're going to be talking about 2 little things.
2 little things. 2 life-altering things.
One is my mother's pedicure, manicure, Manny-petty.
Manny-petty, next to my new best friend in LA, Nina Hartley, porn star.
What do you mean next to? You guys planned this out, and
yes, she booked it for me.
And then we'll be talking about my trip to Asia.
Oh man, Cam has been like on a whirlwind.
I've been on a whirlwind.
Yeah, he was gone, and he was in New York for a week.
Yeah, we've kind of been doing every other week for the past couple weeks because I was in New York, then Japan, then Korea, then China.
Yes, and he had some harrowing experiences along the way, but all in all, it was
a wonderful time.
Good.
All right, so let's get into your Manny-petty with Nina Hartley. First of all, how did this come about?
First of all, as you know, Nina and I are approximately the same age, and I really, really enjoy her company. She's so funny. She's very funny. And anyway, so it turned out that she said that her manicure, pedicure was...
Oh, you're jumping into it.
So
Mom,
how did
our
it
listeners don't know how the fuck you ended up... First of all, who is Nina Hartley?
Okay, so Nina happens to be an iconic porn star who's been doing this since her 20s.
She was huge in the 80s.
She's been doing it for approximately 30-something years, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you want to explain the little detail of...
Well, just because a lot of listeners this might be their first time listening, you need to go back into the archives of Sex Talk with My Mom, the podcast, and listen to all that has happened and transpired between myself and Nina and Cam and Nina.
Okay, so...
It all started back at the W Hotel.
Well, let's just say you often get mistaken for Nina Hartley.
Yes, this has happened even before I did my YouTube channel. I literally was at a restaurant way before anything ever happened with Dad dying or anything. And a guy walks up to me and said, "Are you a porn star?" I said, "No." He goes, "Are you pulling my leg here?" And he goes, "My wife is 100% sure that you're Nina Hartley." I said, "I don't even know who Nina Hartley is." And he said, "Like, you got to do me a favor. Even if you don't know who she is, please just sign an autograph that it's her."
Oh my God.
So that's how much we resemble each other, except she's got blue eyes and I got brown eyes, and I'm not a porn star and she is.
Okay, great.
But we both have, I think it also is our almost like our mannerisms, because she's just...
You're very fast talking and
my God.
Talk mainly about sex. Those are the similarities.
Yes.
So
we're outspoken people, and I consider myself and her to be very knowledgeable.
About sex.
About everything. I mean, we're just very...
very knowledgeable about everything.
We are, we are cerebral people in some respects. All right, maybe that's a little extreme.
It is outrageous.
I just get along with her, okay?
I know you get along with her. So
she's a very bright woman.
For our listeners, here's what you missed in previous episodes. Nina Hartley came on the show.
Well, we were in the W Hotel.
And she came, so it was my mother, me, and Nina Hartley sitting in the W Hotel.
In a room.
In a bedroom. On a bed, basically.
Awkward.
And then my mother asked for some kissing or oral sex tips, and Nina Hartley starts sucking on my earlobe, demonstrating her oral sex tips.
In front of me.
And trust me, I was very uncomfortable with this.
I was uncomfortable too.
You weren't that uncomfortable because Nina, at one point, Nina goes, we could do this another time. In you can get private lessons from me. To which I was completely shocked that she said this. And then Mom goes, "Well, you could do it right now. I'll just close my eyes."
I did say that.
Yeah, you did say that.
Okay, anyway. So,
I don't think I've sweat that much in like a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
When she said this. Anyway, so then
well,
okay,
we have to clarify something. People are thinking that I said it's okay for her to have sex in front of me. That's not what she was demonstrating, how to kiss like an earlobe. And
no, Mom, she was offering. I thought she was offering oral sex to me.
Not in front of me.
That's what happened.
Oh, come on. No.
That was my interpretation.
Well, your interpretation was definitely wrong.
What did you think? She was already demonstrating on my fucking ear.
That's what she said. I can just continue to do it. And you're like, no, this is not working out. This is awkward. And I didn't think it was anything further than that.
Okay. Either way.
Because that would be like almost like.
Either way, by the end of the interview,
pedophilia or incestual or something strange.
It was fucking weird. It was weird.
Well, that was not what my interpretation was. Beyond that,
we get to the point. We're exiting the interview. She's driving away in the same car that I own.
How weird is that, by the way?
This is very awkward.
He has a Ford Thunderbird.
Okay.
How weird is it that somebody else would have a 2001 Ford Thunderbird convertible in the same color? It was bizarre that you and her, and you're both Pisces.
It's a 2002, and if anyone wants to buy it, please buy it off me.
It's for sale.
It's falling apart.
Maybe you should ask Nina. Maybe she wants two of them.
I don't think Nina Hartley needs another Ford Thunderbird. Anyway, so as she's leaving, she again offers the sex lessons.
That's when she offered to mentor you privately on her own in her room without me.
Okay, so that obviously sent me into a conniption fit, and
why was that?
Started because I was very nervous because I felt like I shouldn't do it because it felt very uncomfortable and awkward and gross in a lot of ways, but then I knew it would be a phenomenal story and
right.
learning experience.
And sometimes you have to do it for the story.
So I went back and forth. I started talking about this in my stand-up sets. Audiences kept saying that I should do this.
Right, you would actually poll the audience, and 99% would say, "Do it, do it, do it."
Yes.
You'd always have the one person that said, "Don't do it if you're not comfortable."
Right. And so then I decided to
take her up on the offer.
Text her, but I was freaking out. We recorded the back and forth of the text messages. You were on. Yeah, I was debriefing with you.
It was Skyping because at the time I was in Chicago and you were in Los Angeles. And I'm begging you guys.
It's another episode you can listen to.
There are videos of this on our YouTube channel, Sex Talk with My Mom, as well as on iTunes. Listening to the full podcast of it, and it is so hilarious. I'm begging you guys to listen to it because it's really something that you'll never hear again. So basically,
we go back and forth. Like we have this huge, emotional journey.
Well, but basically, Nina was saying to him, I'm right. Let's do lunch first.
Yeah, she said let's do lunch, and I said no. I was talking about the more hands-on training program that I was signing up for. And she said, yeah, that can happen, but after lunch. And I didn't know why she was pushing the lunch.
She you know what? She likes to do things on a full stomach, maybe.
I think she wanted a little debrief of what we were getting into. But either way, we go through this whole emotional journey. For me, she was fine with it. And then she ghosts me. Doesn't respond.
She totally ghosts you. You're like shitting bricks.
And so now you have a Manny-petty with her.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, she and I, for whatever reason, I know what the reason is, because I text her. I said, well, as long as I'm in Los Angeles, I'd love to have, I'd love to have lunch or dinner or coffee or tea or
Or a Manny-petty, a girls' night out, girls' day out.
And then she said to me, I happen to be, she knows where I live. She goes, I'm going to be there. I'm there almost every other week to get pedicures.
Oh my God, is this going to become an ongoing thing?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
This is an ongoing thing that you're going to get.
Okay. Anyway, so she goes, I'd love to meet you for Manny-petty, and the first time it didn't work out, but the second time she made the appointment for me, and the two of us met last week, and it was out of control. It was.
What was going on?
First of all, the first thing she says to me is, I haven't forgot about your son, the offer is still on.
Oh. Oh.
Now, I know how you feel that you, at this point, are not into this, okay?
So for the listeners, I've definitely cooled on this. I've soured on the situation.
But for a lot of reasons, because you've had a relationship.
I had a relationship and a lot more sex, and I feel much more confident in my sexual prowess.
But she wasn't aware that you've gone through this transformation. So I informed her that you've had a girlfriend in the meantime, and that you feel much more, comfortable in your own skin, and that it's probably not necessary. She goes, I just want him to know that it's still on.
Oh my God.
And that if he wants to contact me, that he should do so. And I said, I will relay the message to him.
Relayed. It's been relayed.
Okay.
I think it's a resounding no. I just don't want to go back down this route of the waffling back and forth. The decision has been made. I'm not going forward with this offer.
Okay, so I did tell her, though, that this whole process was part of your stand-up show. And she thought it was great. She thought that was hilarious.
Oh.
She did. And I told her that the majority of the audience had voted that you should have sex with her.
Oh my God.
And she loved this too.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so just so you know, she likes to do stand-up comedy apparently, and she said that she would love to have you be her opener. I suggested be the two of us open for her, and she loved that idea.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. That you told her I was talking about her on stage and polling the audience as to whether I should fuck her. And two, I can't believe that you roped yourself into this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like I bonded with her.
Mom?
I honestly think that of my friends in LA, which there are very few, she's my favorite.
I'm flabbergasted.
I think she actually is my only friend here.
I'm your only friend. That's great. That's great. Is this gonna? So, are you going to be in contact with her?
Yes.
Like, right? So
I'm
this
hoping
might actually happen.
Not only that, but I think our if you could just visualize what this was like. We're sitting in the pedicure stations, and we happen to be. I was getting a mani and a pedi. She only wanted to get the pedi because she said that her finger. She's not a femme girl. She's a dom girl. So she doesn't get manicures. So she couldn't find a color that would be like, that would work with her personality as sexually, I guess.
Oh my God.
So she only gets pedicures in a color, and she doesn't do her manicures.
What?
I don't understand that, but whatever. I just said, okay, I get it. Anyway, but she likes to get her pedicures done with, and so just visualize that we're sitting in these chairs. I have this one. I said I'll take both of these. They're all from Vietnam, so one Vietnamese woman is at my toes, one is at my fingers. She's got someone in her toes, and it's a lot of other people in the room. They're all Vietnamese, and she and I are talking about everything. You would think that we were talking about cooking and clothing, the way other 50-something-year-old women talk, but we're talking solely about sexual positions, vulvas, vaginas.
Oh my
She's telling me
God.
about how she shaves her vagina.
Oh my God.
And what her vagina looks like.
What?
She's shouting this out, and these little Vietnamese people are just acting like they were not listening at all, but I know they were listening. I mean, at one point we were talking, because I mentioned that I interviewed Jamie McCarthy, who did an art piece with 400 different molds of vaginas called The Great Wall of Vagina.
Okay.
And she said he gets 10% off because it should be called The Great Wall of Vulva.
Oh my
But
God.
vulvas. Anyway, I can't describe how hilarious this was. The two of us were chatting away, and it was getting funnier and funnier.
Oh, was she laughing at this as
Oh,
well?
both of us were out of control. I mean,
You're just being completely raunchy
raunchy
in this Vietnamese mani-pedicure place.
And everyone around us, I don't even know what they were thinking. And she's been going
Oh
there.
my
She's
God.
been doing this for like the same place for like 17 years. She's
Oh
followed
my
this woman.
God.
It was like literally like we were sisters.
Oh my God.
I don't know anybody else.
Now you could, it literally like your sisters. Now this is understandable why it's fucking weird as fuck for me to hook up with this woman.
It's totally weird as fuck.
You get mistaken for her.
I know.
I'm not gonna hook up with her.
There's so many wrong things here that it just is not going to happen. Okay, so I basically told her, like, maybe she shouldn't be with my boyfriend.
What?
I said,
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said maybe you should teach him a few things.
Oh my God, mother. How did she respond to that?
Oh, I'll do that.
Oh my God.
No, I was just kidding around about that. But You know what? She just is. I like her honesty, and she's so smart, and she writes books, and she's just a very open person. She invited us all, by the way, you, me, Dee's, her husband, and her for dinner at her house.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Why am I invited?
You're invited.
Why am I invited at all? Maybe like a couple's hanging out, that's fine.
You're invited.
But why the fuck would I be invited to that?
Included.
No.
Yes, you're included.
No, I'm not included.
Yeah.
That is not happening ever.
Okay.
I'm not doing that fucking awkward ass. Yeah. You know it's gonna devolve into some orgy. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, anyway, we can discuss that at a later date.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, well, I'd like a listener poll as to who thinks that Cam should come to the dinner.
Fuck this. No, we're not opening up to the audience on this.
This is not
No,
going to be
because
polled.
it's gonna
All right,
set
but
me down
what
a
do you
whole
think-
fucking another
Okay, but
route.
I do think that we should absolutely do something creative with her because she is a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I did ask her one question to my list. I polled my YouTube channel guys who are totally into me having pedicures with her. I polled them and I said, what questions do you have for her? And the question was whether or not she was going to reappear in Boogie Nights 2. And apparently that was a stupid question because her character died in Boogie Nights 1.
Oh.
So she said she doesn't think that she will be reappearing as
She
a
could
ghost.
ghost. Yeah. All right,
Anyway,
moving on.
So that was my experience in
Very nice.
Manny-petty with Nina, and it was a lot of fun.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, we gotta move off this subject and on to the next one.
You look like you're sweating. You might need to take
No, I'm not sweating. I'm done with this
Okay.
discussion.
All
It's
right.
enough with that.
All right.
I don't want anything. No more with Nina Hartley.
Oh, you don't mean that.
It just causes too much
Okay.
stress.
All right. Anyway,
Oh God, this is the dog. All right.
it's a little pepperoni.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about
I want to hear
my
about your trip.
my trip to Asia because I had a few different forays into the sex world.
Really?
I wasn't having any of the sex, but I was
You didn't get a happy ending?
I was not getting any happy endings.
And you didn't
I
go to
did
the-
get a foot massage in China though, but it was from a Chinese man who was about my age, so there was definitely nothing sexual about that.
And what about the penis museum in Japan?
I did not go.
Oh.
You've asked me 500 times if I've gone to the penis museum
really
in Japan,
wanted to
and
go
I
there.
have not gone, and I don't have any intention of going.
Did you hear anything about it? when you
No,
did?
no one is mentioning the penis
Oh,
museum
okay.
in Japan.
Okay.
You're the only one that's ever mentioned it. So, but I did in Japan. I did go to the last night. We went to a Sega arcade, a 6th floor Sega arcade.
Oh, wow.
That was out of control.
Do you
This is
even like video
midnight.
games?
No, I was just looking
It
and
was just an
seeing what's.
experience.
It was an experience, and then it's right next door to a 6th floor sex shop.
Sex shop?
It was.
I heard about this place.
It was real weird.
Really weird.
Real fucking weird. It was everything, every sexual thing you could imagine.
Six
Every
floors.
floor has
Oh
a
my
different
God.
theme. Men play, women's play, couples play, BDSM.
Wow.
Outfits.
Did
whatever.
you take any pictures or videos?
You can't. There's
Oh.
not allowed.
Okay.
But I was fine. They had
So
some.
they're the most liberal of all three countries because you were in China, Japan, and Korea. And Japanese are supposed to be the most liberal in terms of sex.
I think. I don't know. I don't know if they're the most liberal. I think they might have the most pent up sexual stuff going on. So then it comes out
Ah.
in wild manifestations.
Yeah.
Perhaps because there was nothing else sexual about me being in Japan.
Okay.
That was it. I think it's this hidden thing because it's a very polite culture, and I did not get the sense that they were very sexual beings.
Yeah.
But they must have this wild sex side.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've interviewed some guy named Vanola who was in the Air Force, and he told me Japan is a little wilder.
Well, I did not experience it.
Okay.
And then they did have like toys of like they did have like blow up dolls that
Oh.
were like anime
Oh my God!
characters
and
and,
they're
shit
really
like that.
expensive too.
Oh yeah, everything in there was very expensive.
Okay.
Anyway, then I had a weird experience going to Korea because I did Korean karaoke.
Oh.
That was a very unusual situation because they do this thing where you can bring in women to, like, they're kind of like waitresses, but they also are just hot women that you pay to sit next to you and drink with you.
Escort?
To do, yeah, pretty much escorts.
Like-
But they do it, it's like a fucking cattle drive almost.
Really?
It is very uncomfortable because the manager of the place will bring in 6 women to stand in
Wow.
front of you.
Wow. Attractive women?
Attractive women. They count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, you kind of just count in your head. There's not like numbers. Then the women leave, and then you tell the manager if you want one of the women to stay and drink with you.
Wow, that's kind of like
fucking crazy.
That's like weird, like almost like in the slave days when they
I
used
know
to put the slaves out to.
It was very uncomfortable. And then if you don't like what they look like, you send in the next 6,
Oh my
and you
God.
keep going through the rotation
And what
until
if,
you.
like, did they all look similar, or were they wearing kimonos? What were they wearing?
I'm not wearing kimonos.
It's like
No,
sounds
they're
like
just
young, was on a
they're just
geisha.
young women in like clubbing outfits that are just drink with you. Apparently, you can do much more with them if you wanted to pay for that
Like-
in certain club or in certain karaoke
Like
bars.
where? Would you go in the back room or something?
No, I think it happens there in front of like.
Oh,
all-
my God.
Yeah.
So like if you said, yeah, I'd like to get a blowjob from this girl, she'd just go down and blow you in front of everybody?
Well, she doesn't speak English most likely.
Well, if
and
you
so
pointed down in that area and pulled your dick out, that
it has to be a specific karaoke bars like that are especially
Oh my
raunchy in
God.
that sense because I don't think I was at one that does that, but that definitely exists. Isn't that fucking
how
crazy?
do you know this?
I was told this.
You really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wild.
Maybe we're the non-progressive culture.
Yeah. Well, I don't think sex work is that foreign in our culture either.
Right.
I think that's
very
but these are places where a lot of business goes down apparently.
Oh my God, there were
So
no
guys
women.
are doing like these business deals, and then there's women just blowing them.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep. That's a real thing.
And how did you feel about all this?
Very uncomfortable. I mean, I got uncomfortable. It was so awkward that I got very drunk, so that I was focused mainly on the karaoke. I sang La Bamba like a champion.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you sing? So you had a girl sitting next to you.
Yeah.
And how did you pick your girl? What was
I
it
said
based
that. Who is going to be the fastest, so I don't have to deal with this anymore.
on? So you were like the first one. I'll take that one right there.
Yes.
Did you even look at her? Or were you too nervous?
I was just said that's great, and that was it. Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
What, did they all kind of have the same look?
It's very racist of you.
No, I meant like were they all like thin, or were they all like busty, or were they all like tall or short or
I think-
whatever? I meant I wasn't
The
talking.
body types were very similar.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Most Korean body types is very similar, very thin. You know. Yeah.
There were no non-Korean girls there.
No, there were very few non-Koreans in the country.
Okay.
I literally the whole trip I was one of the only white people that were there.
Wow.
One of the only English speakers that were there. I had to make friends with someone who spoke English the first day, and drink with her. It was very fun.
Oh, her?
Mother,
Okay, never mind.
nothing happened.
No sex with her?
No sex, mother.
Okay. All right, just wondering.
Anyway, that's the.
No, I was just saying because our listeners might want to know, and I wasn't curious.
It was 100% you being curious.
Why
I think that was the first question you asked me when we came off the plane. And the first question your boyfriend asked me. It's enough of that shit.
Well, you feel like you're on this exotic vacation. That who knows what could happen.
And if I am having sex, why am I going to be reporting it to you all the goddamn time? How was the trip? Oh, Mom, guess what? I got laid twice in China, once in Korea, and I got a blowjob in Japan. I'm not going to do that.
All right.
There's got to be a boundary. I'm setting the boundary right here.
All right. What do you mean you're setting a boundary?
I'm setting the boundary. I'm not going to be reporting all my goddamn hookups to you.
Okay.
So it's enough with the questions.
I was
like
doing
that.
it for the listeners.
The listeners, I will share what I'm ready to share with the listeners.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Did you know about these sex houses that they have there?
Oh my God.
No. It's called Love.
Oh, love hotels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what Von Nola told me about. That if like couples are going to get married or whatever, they're still not allowed to have sex in their own homes or whatever. So they pay just to have sex in these.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I did hear a lot about this. That you live with your parents.
Yeah.
Until you're pretty much married or
Right.
like much older. So where the fuck are you gonna fuck in that house?
Right.
So you have to go to Love Hotel. You can purchase by the hour.
Yeah.
And then if you're like me, it's a quick.
You person.
A quick 15-minute session.
By the minute.
And then it's you're good to go. By the minute, do you know that my friend is part of this new startup that is booking hotels through an app by the minute. So you pay by the minute.
That would be a good call for you.
It's a good call because I like napping.
Oh, so you can nap.
I can nap wherever the fuck I want by the
Oh.
minute. But then of course I'm gonna be trying to fall asleep and I'll be thinking of all the money that's rushing out of my pocket with every minute I'm unconscious, so I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. I'm going to be tossing and turning the whole goddamn time. I might as well just buy the hotel room.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
I don't think I could sleep either knowing that.
No,
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
ka-ching, ka-ching.
You know, I go through that during the massage sometimes. I'm thinking, you know, I know that like say a massage is $60, and then next thing you know, it's like $1 a minute. And if the guy is like,
It's cool. Wait. I've never heard of that. It goes on and you just pay more and more.
no, I'm thinking in my head.
Oh, I see.
I'm thinking in my head, he's like taking a long time, like setting up or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
There goes $5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You too?
Yeah, well, I told my therapist, no, we're going to the bathroom at the beginning of my therapy session.
You did tell me that.
Because it's
Who does it? You
two
tell
and a
me.
half to 3 minutes every time he goes to the bathroom in the beginning of the therapy session, and that's fucking
You said
that's like $6 or $7.
So what did he
I
say?
need
Fine,
those minutes.
I'm gonna pee in my pants.
He just goes during another person's
So
session.
he probably had like, you know, like a stomachache from holding his urine in.
I don't know how well he's listening in that situation. Anyway,
Okay, so, well, those were like two completely different scenarios that we just talked about.
yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this.
And, yeah, make sure that you leave a rating and review here on iTunes.
We would really appreciate
Really
a rating and a
appreciate
review.
And also, just a little plug for myself, I've been doing live YouTubes every single day, 11 a.m. in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. And we have been having a riot. There's a group called KarenLee's Crew. Well, those are my followers, my minions. And we have such a good time talking about everything. So if you guys want to ever check that out. In addition,
It's freaking adorable.
I'm going to be posting the video of this podcast on our YouTube channel. So you guys can watch that and see us live talking about it. And if you
You can see my new Korean
you
haircut.
can see he got a Korean haircut, and if you watch till the end, you will see that the dog is sound asleep in my lap. Anyway, we love you all, and I'm so happy that we're back refreshed from our brief hiatus.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
And if you have topics or questions, please send them our way at
Well, sextalkpodcast@gmail.com, or you can leave a voicemail at 323-472-4237. If you give us a question or a story or something you're dealing with, we will tackle it in the show. We're hoping to make that more of our format from now on. So please do that.
Yeah, we would love to get a nice meaty topic.
All right, that's
Okay.
enough.
All right.
Talk to you
Adios.
soon.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And let me tell you about
Wait.
And let me tell you about the birds
Shit.
and... He snorted. He snorted again.
You ready?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the sex in Japanese.
Oh my God.
Bye-bye. That was funny.
Okay.
Good?
Good.
How long was it?
30 minutes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, if I put this whole thing... Oops. If I put this whole thing up